tell us a little bit about yourself? Introduce yourself, your name, and like what type of music you play, and a bit about the show.
Hi guys, my name is Lauren. I'm a singer-songwriter. I've been singing pretty much most of my life, but yeah, I do. I only started like songwriting maybe 2, 3 years ago.
Okay.
The genre I mainly write for is I'd say pop, funk, yeah, pop funk, and hopefully R&B. I'm wanting to go more into R&B.
Right.
That's all about the vibes.
Mhm.
I feel like.
I think the vibes are kind of there. Like it's definitely more funky, like from what I've
Have you
seen.
guys watched the show?
Yeah, well, I've have you've watched it as well. We've watched it. We've watched the show as well. So like, and I've seen your recent. Do you want to talk about? Sorry, before I get into that, but do you want to talk about the song you've performed that you've written for the show, and a bit about like what the inspiration is, and like yeah.
I recently performed a song I wrote called All Night for the By Popular Demand TV show. I'll probably describe that as like a pop funk kind of song.
It's a bit jazzy as well, yeah, or no,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
or not.
Well, the funny thing is, I actually started writing this song with one of my friends. His name's Tal Pelak. He's a jazz pianist. He did jazz music here a few years ago, maybe. But yeah, I wrote it with a jazz pianist. So we started that. Got like through to the first verse, chorus, and then I took it home and I put it all together. Came up with like some sort of rap. It was kind of like a rap.
It
I
was.
thought it was a rap.
I think the middle part there was like
Yeah.
a bit leaning towards like rappy kind of vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. That was like, oh, it wasn't the first time I've kind of come up with a rap, but it was one of my first rap type verses that I was like really happy with. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I think it was really catchy. Like it felt like I would remember the lyrics if I've listened to it like a few more times. I think. I think yeah. And I saw I did a bit of a stalk on your Instagram, and you recently performed your first time live on at a gig, was it, or
Yeah, at
was
the
I wrong?
Gasometer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you there was a new song there as well, or was that like an old song, sort of like a?
That's another song I wrote
Yeah,
with another pianist.
yeah,
I wrote that with Sammy Joseph John.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, he's I'll probably say a pop pianist.
yeah,
But yeah, that was more of a jazzy song, I'd say, in my eyes at least. That song's called Sunny Day.
yeah,
It will come out soon.
yeah.
All my songs will come out soon. Please stalk my page all you want. Keep your eye out. Um, but yeah, that song's another song that I performed at the Gasometer Hotel. I pretty much performed all my original songs at the Gasometer
Right. Yeah.
because I just wanted people to like listen to my stuff,
Yeah.
see if they like it.
Yeah. I think it was pretty cool, like the stuff that you've done. So like how let's talk about by popular demand. Back to by popular demand. What was your experiences like performing? Was that your first time performing live in front of an audience? Because it was a live studio audience. Yeah. Do you want to talk about how you felt about that and stuff like that?
So yeah, it was my first time performing live on camera. I
Yeah.
feel like throughout Monash we do a lot of like performance practice, so you do perform live.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets recorded, but it doesn't like get recorded professionally.
Yeah.
So that was like my first time getting recorded professionally, which was kind of, I guess, more scary because it was really intimate.
Mm.
There were a lot of people that I didn't know.
Right. And everybody was vibing to it, I reckon. Yeah, yeah.
Everyone was vibing to it. It was really fun.
Is this sort of like I'm since you said you only started writing 2 to 3 years ago, did you, or did you say yeah? And was that the start at the start of your degree, or
It was actually in the I'll probably say maybe the second year of my degree,
all right, yeah,
third year. Because I remember my first year was in lockdown.
you're right, yeah.
It was horrible.
Music students in lockdown is kind of funny to me. Like how do you survive that?
It was weird. I mean, I guess that you could consider it as like you're just making like YouTube videos and sending it to your teacher
Yeah,
in that sense.
yeah,
But I was not prepared for that.
yeah,
Like, I had none of the equipment. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So a lot of it was just recorded like through my phone.
yeah,
But yeah, the first year was really hard for me. I think after the first year, I was considering dropping music altogether.
yeah.
Because I do commerce and music as a double degree. So I just felt like I was just another singer.
Right, right.
So at the start of my second year, I was like talking to my dad about this, and I was like, Dad, I'm really not liking this course.
Yep.
I think I want to get out of it. And he was like, I think you've just had a really hard time in lockdown. You should definitely try like going back on campus and
Yep.
seeing how you feel about it.
Yep.
And he was right.
Right, so it's really different than when you come back to campus and everybody. I reckon like the community would be, because you guys are a really small cohort as well. Yeah.
I think the first semester was really tough.
Yeah.
Like, it was hard like clicking with people because you feel like everyone's already friends, but
Yep.
then you realize like no one's actually friends.
They're just really friendly. You're like, everyone's just really friendly. Yeah.
Oh my god, they're all so close already, and I feel so left out.
Yeah.
But when second semester came and we started doing like ensemble work, it was so much fun.
Yep.
I felt like I found my people. I feel like because it's such a small cohort,
Yep.
you like get so close with them. You're like, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Because you started off as a singer, and I feel like I'm not sure how the popular music course was it. Yep, the popular music course is structured, but like, was it like a bit daunting that you've never had any experiences before with like writing music and stuff like that going in? And I feel like a lot of people that we've interviewed so far, they've already sort of had experiences before. They've been writing since they were like younger. So like, what do you have any thoughts?
Well, I actually started with piano. So I started piano when I was really young.
Yep.
Asian parents, you know.
Yeah.
You know the drill.
100%. Do I remember how to play it? Not really.
Yeah, no, exactly. I started with piano and then I moved towards singing because like my brother really liked singing and making videos.
Oh, yeah.
So I kind of followed in like his footsteps and tried singing out for myself.
Yeah.
So I did quite a lot of performances at school. I did a lot of musicals. I was a theatre kid, as it is.
The sudden confession.
Yeah. Guys, I've got to confess.
Fair, yeah.
But yeah, I was a theatre kid. I absolutely loved theatre. I think I always played around with like music. Being on piano and vocalist, it kind of like comes around. But I never like actually wrote any songs.
Right.
I'd like maybe like think of a tune and write a jingle, but it was never like a solid like this is a song that I'm willing to show people. It wasn't until like maybe my second year where I was like, oh yeah, I'm kind of like writing full songs that people could possibly listen to. And I think definitely knowing how to play another instrument was crucial in that journey. If I didn't know how to play guitar, I taught myself in lockdown how to play guitar. So that was all self-taught.
That is amazing. Yeah.
That's why when people ask like, do you play an instrument? I say I kind of play guitar because I don't know how to play professionally, but I can play chords and I can write songs with it.
Which it's really important, I reckon, for not that I would know anything.
Yeah, for songwriting. Yeah. No, it was. I was lucky. I was lucky that I had like background in piano and that I taught myself guitar. Because with my songwriting, a lot of the time I play and sing at the same time, and whatever I like, I'll stick to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in that sense, I think the way I started songwriting was just messing around and just seeing if it sounded good.
I think you've been pretty successful because like I think a lot of your lyrics, not that I remember the lyrics, but I remember it being really like rhymey. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I feel like when the lyrics match with the melody, question mark, what's the background music called? Do you know what I mean? Davine? No. Anyway, sorry.
Like the way, like the way it flows.
Yeah, thank you. The way it flows. Yeah.
Yeah, I think also something good about me in terms of like my music is I'm a very picky person when it comes to like things I like.
Right.
So if it's not catchy to me, it won't stick with me. Like some things I'll listen to like and I'll try to get into.
Yeah.
But some things just don't work for me. But I think it helped in my own songwriting where I was like, if this is like something that I like, I reckon people would like it because I'm really like picky with what I like. Hopefully it falls in like the same realm where other people like it.
Fair enough. Yeah. In terms of like how you write and stuff, I would assume that the melody comes first and like the music comes first, then the lyrics on top of it, or do you have
I think when I write, what I do is I'll like picture a story And then I'll play and I'll sing words,
Yep.
just anything that associates with that story.
Yep.
And there'll be certain words that will stick out to me, and when I listen back to it, I'll write I'll write the lyrics over it. Yeah.
Interesting. Do you have any questions, Naveen?
Oh, well, you spoke about you're very picky with what you like, and I was curious. The things you like, are they similar to the things you like to listen to, like in like casually, like other artists? And what are the things, like what elements in the artists that you listen to do you like and try to emulate?
Okay, that's a really good question. Yeah, definitely. I'm picky with my artists as well. I'm really open though. I listen to a really wide range of music. Like, if you have any recommendations, I'd definitely try listen to it. People that I usually go for in terms of artists are like Olivia Dean and Amber Mark. If you listen to their music, it's their lyrics is just so good. But it's also rhythm. I love a strong beat. Um, Something that I really try to replicate in my music would definitely be rhythmic elements.
Right.
I'm shocking. I'm so bad at tempo. Like,
Wait, as someone who learned piano all your life, so many questions.
no, but the thing is, I'm so like I'm obviously my harshest critic, so I think I'm really bad at like
Right,
tempo.
yeah.
But it's one of my favorite things is rhythm.
Mm.
Like, it's addictive. If you get a good like a rhythmic like line, it's so good. It's so good, and I feel
Yeah.
like Emma Mark and Olivia Dean, they do it so well.
Yep.
The way they structure their music as well, it's incredible. And obviously like lyrics are so important as well, and like I do listen to the lyrics. Maybe like I know a lot of people don't listen to lyrics,
Yeah.
but I love listening.
Just came back into consciousness.